What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with today's NFL DFS Week 1 Contrarian Corner. Going to bring you some low rostered plays to put in those GPP lineups this week. Going to kick off at the quarterback position with Jameis Winston. Coming into this week, I actually thought Winston would be rather popular, but looking around the industry, it seems like that's not going to be the case. So I'm going to be jumping in here in this matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. Look at the offense that he's going to have around him this year compared to last. A healthy Michael Thomas, first-round pick Chris Olave, free agent signee Jarvis Landry, and Alvin Kamara is there as well. We saw how bad this Falcons defense was last year. We also know that Jameis Winston has it in him to compete with being the highest leader of fantasy points per week. We saw that a couple years ago when he had 5,000 yards and 30-plus touchdowns for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's a guy that on a week-to-week basis can challenge for the weekly lead in yards and touchdowns. He's really cheap. Nobody seemingly is going to be on him, apparently. Why not put him in our GPP lineups? At the running back position here, this one may be a little bit controversial, but Antonio Gibson of the Washington Commanders. I think a lot of people here are still worried about all that preseason drama around his status with that team, but guess what? Brian Robinson isn't there to take those early down carries. Antonio Gibson's going to be the lead running back. He's going to be the guy getting the goal line work as well. And don't be fooled by thinking they didn't throw to him last season. He had 42 receptions while being hampered by that injured shin. Sure, J.D. McKissic will be out there on third downs, but they're not afraid to throw to Antonio Gibson here either. And he's going up against a Jacksonville defense that allowed the third most rushing touchdowns in the NFL last season. I think Antonio Gibson's going overlooked. He's going to get that workload in a matchup where I think Washington's going to be playing ahead. I'm going to be putting him in some of my lineups this week. At the wide receiver position here, Adam Thielen, he's the cover boy. You know we're going here. New offense, Kevin O'Connell bringing it over from the Los Angeles Rams to the Minnesota Vikings. We're expecting a high pass volume here from the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, we know he can throw the football. Justin Jefferson's going to draw a lot of attention from Green Bay. But let's not forget, the last two seasons, we've seen touchdown totals of 10 and 14 coming from Adam Thielen here. And last year, who had the most success in this Rams offense style system? Is Cooper Kupp out of the slot. Now, I'm not saying that Adam Thielen's going to go put up Cooper Kupp type numbers, but we're going to go see the Vikings throw a ton. Justin Jefferson's certainly going to get his, but we should not be ignoring Adam Thielen. And we got guys like Michael Pittman and Juju Smith-Schuster in that same price range that are just going to get a lot more attention here. And I think we could get 2 touchdowns out of Adam Thielen in this matchup against Green Bay. And we're going to finish it off at the tight end spot here. Hopefully, Howard Bender's blocking his ears. You and I heard him back and forth battle this player on the podcast, which you can check out over at Fantasy Alarm. But TJ Hockenson, again, nobody seemingly is going at him. A lot of people are looking at Travis Kelce this week against Arizona. Last season, week 1, Hockenson had a monster year. If it wasn't for his injury, he was on pace to have the 3rd most targets and 3rd most receptions among tight ends for the year. Almost 120 targets, 80-plus catches. He was the main guy for Jared Goff last season when healthy. I'm not really too worried about DJ Chark or an Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Goff is going to have eyes for Hockenson here. He led the team in red zone targets last year while missing the second half of the season. So there's a big red zone potential for TJ Hockenson here in this week 1 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles, who are horrible against covering the tight end position last season. So that wraps it up. That's our week 1 Contrarian Corner. Good luck, everybody. Let's go make some money.